This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. What you just heard there was me having a bash at what I think it's fair to say is a classic blues solo. That was my rendition of the B.B. King outro solo from a song called Sweet Little Angel, and specifically the performance of it from the Live at the Regal album. It's a great solo. I've always enjoyed that album, and more than anything else, it gave me a chance to get the old Larry Carlton H7 down off the wall. Beautiful guitar, that, and I always look forward to a chance to play some bluesy kind of stuff like that on it, and it was the perfect guitar for this track, I think. So, anyway, it goes to prove, this solo, I think, that there's a lot more to blues than just the minor pentatonic. The minor pentatonic is involved in this solo, but there's quite a bit more as well. Let's find out what's going on.
Solo explanation.
Okay, what we've got here is essentially a 12-bar blues, standard 12-bar blues, and we're in the key of D-flat major. So the chords that you're going to be playing are D-flat 7th, that's your 1 chord, G-flat 7th is your 4 chord, and A-flat 7th is the 5 chord, arranged in a standard 12-bar blues format at around 66 beats per minute. So what we're doing over the top of this is a little bit of major pentatonic, D-flat major. Oops, beg your pardon. A lot of D-flat minor pentatonic, that mixing the major and minor pentatonic thing that, you know, pretty much all blues guitar players do, and, you know, chord tones added in there, which you could make the argument that those chord tones are there in both of those scales anyway, but it's the way he targets them over a specific chord that makes me think of them more as just specific chord tones rather than being part of a scale. Let's have a look at the first couple of licks. We start off with essentially what is a major pentatonic lick, although we do have this minor third in here from the minor pentatonic, just to kind of do that minor third to major third resolve. Next we play into the D-flat minor pentatonic, just kind of sliding up there into the second position and then getting that note there again via this bend. And then a little bit more of that kind of minor pentatonic with major third from the chord put in again. And then a nice big long bend that we hold almost up until the point where we go up to the 4 chord. At which point he puts in, like a blues scale run, he includes this G note here, which crops up later, as we'll see, but it's... let me have a look. That's the lick there. Turn around so you can see. And notice how we resolve that bend down there to this G-flat note right at the moment when the G-flat 7 chord arrives. It's not a coincidence that he basically didn't just leave the note hanging up there like that. He wanted to come down and land on the root note of the chord. Then just a little bit more minor pentatonic stuff. like that. Next up we have some more major pentatonic, major and minor pentatonic stuff, which goes like, I'm referring to the tab over here on the screen actually, which goes like that. That's a really nice little lick because it's we're playing over the G flat 7 chord at the moment, and you can see that we've got, if I play the G flat 7 like that, we've got those 3 notes that are in the chord shape. They form a big part of this lick. And then more of the kind of minor pentatonic resolving onto the major third again. This here. Excuse me, I'm just reading the tab and trying to talk to you and read it and play it at the same time. There we go. And we're back on the 1 chord there, the D flat 7. Next up we've got some more of this kind of minor pentatonic, but you know, kind of thing there, but adding in the major third of the chord, where we have this lick, where we got a typical kind of bluesy thing, and BB does it a lot, but like plenty of other players do, where you rake into a note like that. So the way I tend to do that is I'll mute the strings with these fingers and just do that, and then at the last moment, just when I want that note to reveal itself, just do. So we get. So that's the way I tend to think of this lick. That's the first half of it, and then that's the second half of it. And then coming into the next bar, probably the fastest bit of the solo here. That little kind of run like that is, you know, it's just a typical sort of BB King way of punctuating the end of a phrase. So that phrase will go. There's the phrase. There's the punctuation. Then coming up to the final few bars after that, we've got and again, this is more sort of major pentatonic here. Those notes there, you can see, come out of the D flat major pentatonic, and then we've got straight ahead D flat major pentatonic stuff here. Now remember that G note I mentioned earlier in that blues scale run? Well, he comes back to it here to take us up to this B flat here. The B flat is the well, it's the 9th of the A flat 7th chord that we're playing over, so he's kind of suggesting a 9th chord by doing that. So and then resolving onto this D flat note here. That's the key that we're in, and finishing things off up in that essentially pattern 4 of the D flat major pentatonic. So let me just go through that last little bit again. So we've got let's go for it. Blue note, the G, up to the pattern 4 of the D flat major pentatonic. And it's that D flat note there that he finishes on. So to summarise, a lot of D flat minor pentatonic mixed in with the major third of the D flat 7 chord. All those kind of licks there like that. Then when we go to the G flat 7, the 4 chord, he plays that lick, which is, if I just go back to it and refer to it here we go. Something like that. You can see he's actually spelling the chord like that in that lick. Then, as I say, more of this kind of minor pentatonic, adding that major third in, and then culminating in this kind of pattern 4. Let's go through pattern 4 of D flat major pentatonic. Where are we? Yes, here we go. Like that. So a textbook example of a blues guitar solo that's using minor pentatonics, major pentatonics, blues scale, that kind of thing, and targeting chord notes as well. Lots to get your teeth into in this short little 12-bar solo. So now you know what's going on. Go away and have some fun with it. And as always, there's a full tab for that solo in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with a clip of me playing it, that explanation you've just seen there, and a backing track for you to play along with for yourself. All of that is up on my Patreon page. There's the address, and the link is, as always, in the description. $3 or £2.50 a month gets you access to all of these bits and pieces and resources and stuff that go along with these YouTube videos. A massive, massive thank you to everyone who supports me in that or any of the other ways, all of which are linked down below in the description. And that's pretty much it for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed what you've seen and found it useful and informative in some small way. And if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not give me a like while you're at it? Don't forget, as always, the live stream every Friday, 5 p.m. UK time. You know what happens. We drink beer and talk about music and guitars. Great way to kick off the weekend. I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.